All right.
Mine's off.
I'm gonna do something right here, real quick here.
He's got to share it, don't you?
Yeah, I know I gotta share it. Gotta do this, all this first, okay?
Mm-hmm. Just in case we need something.
Yeah, we're just getting there, guys. No, we're not on the riverfront today. It's raining out. We got scattered showers in the area. That's why we're not doing on the riverfront today.
We were supposed to be, but it's raining.
We were supposed to do this about a half hour or so ago on the riverfront, but not today, because it is wet out there. Okay, hit the videos, and let's get the like button going, okay?
Hit the like.
So, yep. Now I just got I got to turn down the volume here. Then I got to do one more thing real quick before we get going here. I just lost my chat here.
Hello, Joseph.
Hi, Joseph T. How you doing? Okay, share here.
Don't forget to
Facebook.
tag me and it'll go to my page.
Okay. Let's go next.
Protect people.
Wait.
I know. Somehow it went on there last night.
Okay.
So I did.
Share. Okay. Then we gotta go back up here. Hit share again. Just gotta do it on the show page. And we go to Facebook. So we're just kind of doing a chat here, guys, at home because it is wet out there. We do have rain in the area. Nothing severe. So we won't do a severe weather. This is not a severe weather stream. But we do have rain in the area. That's why we're not on the riverfront today.
You guys, 2 weeks to Homelander King's home opener too.
See, I can still do it on this.
I will check later. I don't have my phone.
Okay. I gotta go to the computer, do one more thing, because it's something I can do on the computer here at home. I just can't do it on the phone. Be right back. Angie, you're gonna talk, you know.
I know, but there's nobody on.
We'll just talk about something.
You guys, the Indiana Fever plays
Tonight. Our reaction video is coming up. We'll be making our reaction video.
Yep, we will be watching the game tonight. And go Indiana Fever, go Caitlin Clark. And after that game, it is the Las Vegas Aces game, which we will not be watching tonight.
No, we'll be coming home and we'll be going to bed early.
Take it away, Angie. Yay! He goes, take it. Yeah, guys, Lumber Kings in 2 weeks. I'm excited for the season. Next week.
Okay, now we are good. Okay.
He fishing since YouTube and close up. He wants to know if we do any fishing.
Fishing. Do you have any fishing? Have you done any fishing since?
No.
No, we don't do any live fishing at all. And we just don't do that because, I mean, we could if we wanted to, but I'm not much of a fisherman anyway. I don't own any fishing equipment
Neither do I.
and that. What else? That's going on today. Oh, that little statement I made last night. The word was where I was talking about a video that was coming up, watching last night. It came up in the last couple of days. I thought it was kind of bizarre. Police investigation at this was happening in Driggs, Idaho. It was a sheriff's department, and they were investigating a couple different people for, get this, obscene amount of time or abnormal. It's called abnormal amount of time at a gas station. And I detailed what I have to go through when I go to a gas station when I'm on the road for like vacations and that. So I basically, our average time is anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes depending on our needs of the time we're at that gas station. But this is other gas stations around the country. So if in case law enforcement decided to witness you at a gas station and they want to do an investigation, they can if they wanted to, but it is a dangerous waters. Right now, most YouTube lawyers are not even looking at the case yet, but once they do, they will put their chime in. But always, best advice is talk to your local attorney about it. Just see what he or she has to say about what could be a potential problem. What is your rights, basically. So right now, we have no problems with our local law enforcement. We do respect them. They do respect us for what we do and how we go about, how we conduct ourselves when we go out and about on our live streams and we go out and about with our edited videos. We're not like jerks that has to put a camera in somebody's face. You know, put that camera in somebody's face.
Guys, Andrew will be right back.
Okay, step around that way. You gotta move your table if you have to. Just get it out of the way. Yeah, it's just and what I talk about the First Amendment auditing community is most of these auditors I've learned in the last few months, they're ex-felons anyway. And they're going to hate the police regardless. Regardless what they were all ex-felons. Except there's a couple that are technically decided to be activists. I mean, if you're going to be an activist, fine. Start it from the beginning. They say being an activist, it starts from within, technically in a way. If they didn't like how certain departments are operated, they become activists from within. It comes in within that community, technically. So some becomes activists, and lawyers will step in. Remember, any YouTube lawyer, don't use YouTube lawyer as your official advice. Always seek your local attorney based on your local state laws. And that, because they will admit some of them are practicing out of Texas. Texas laws does not apply to us. Some are California attorneys. That would be very helpful if you're planning to go to California, but always talk to your attorney and see what he or she says before you venture into somebody's territory or something like that, or state or whatever. And that. And if you're going to travel international, just remember is your constitutional rights does not follow you worldwide. You're going to fall into their local laws and rights. Some is going to be similar, but some does not allow certain things. Up in Canada, you're not allowed to own any weapons at all unless it's some list of pre-approved weapons. But they say don't bring weapons across the border, no way, shape, or form, unless you have some kind of pre-approval for hunting.
Yes, I'm back.
But always seek your attorneys on that situation and what you have to do when traveling overseas. If we're planning going over, we'll be at I forgot what I was saying, because we crossed the border before and I had to remind Angie almost immediately what the gas price was up in Canada at the time. This is back in 1999.
You may take your phone away.
No, I'm doing something. I gotta show them weather radar. That's why we're not going on the riverfront here. So here we go. Okay. For some reason, it want to go vertical. We're going to keep it vertical. It wants to stay vertical, I guess. But there we are. The blue dot is us. And all that is rain in our area. So that's why we're not on the riverfront today. And it's not severe enough to do a severe weather. There is no severe weather in the area, technically. So it won't be a severe weather situation today.
I can't wait till the home opener. You want to know why?
What's that?
Chuck, I also get my hair cut the same day.
Good. Daytime, I'm down to soda. Last night, I had my Miller Lite. Today, I'm having soda.
You will have Miller Lite tonight.
I will have Miller Lite for the game tonight. And that, so.
Guys, and I'm drinking soda. I could have had my bluegrass son.
And that, so. Like I said, a lot of people are probably at lunch, at work. We get more viewers during the evening hours sometimes. And this would be a good way to practice live streaming, especially what we got planned coming up this November. I just got to make sure to save a lot of money between now and then.
We'll have it.
We'll have it. I just need an extra minimum. I just need an extra minimum. That's all. If I get that extra minimum, we go. If we don't have that extra minimum, we can't go. So, but I got to put my time in. We got to put our time in within the next 30 days or so. So if we're guaranteeing, so I can book early. I want to make sure I have enough money to cover some of the booking fees that's going to guarantee to hold our room, especially our hotel reservation, because they will take out one night's stay just to guarantee that you're going to be coming, technically, in a way. Unless you cancel within 24 hours. Then they just take everything but your first night and that, so, and we'll go, I'll have more video details, live streaming details. I know a lot of people have been asking about the live streaming details on it. Like I said, last night's live stream, everything can be weather related. That's why we're not on the riverfront, because we had a weather situation. It's called rain, and I don't want to get out there. And remember, yeah, they still play in the rain if it's only light rain. If it's light rain, they'll continue to play as long as the infield and pitching mound does not get too muddy or slippery. Then they have to delay the game until the rain clears. Then they come back and use a Diamond Dry compound, which is not cheap. That's why a lot of places will take a rain delay almost immediately to save money on that Diamond Dry compound. It's a drying compound. It's just like dirt. It's just a drying compound. That's all it is. It just blends in with the dirt and that. It just helps dries up the infield. And I heard a bag of that costs a lot of money. So, and usually they want to do just to save money, they'll do a rain delay, immediately tarp the field off to keep that field as dry as possible. Then if they need to, they'll use as little Diamond Dry as possible. Just kind of evenly spread it out. It's not like you're spreading it out on a seeder or a fertilizing machine. You're basically dumping the bag out and that. So, and you gotta rake it in, rake it pretty hard in, and that makes it clumpy too. So, yeah, I seen many rain delays at the ball game too, and it gets pretty clumpy.
Too.
Yeah. Anything else that happened?
I've seen a delay where they couldn't play the game and everybody got inside and they had to give free tickets to get in.
Yeah. If you're past a certain inning and they don't complete the game or the game is tied and they couldn't complete the game, technically they give you a free ticket to come back the next available game. Minor leagues is really easy. It's usually a general admission and that. Learning something new
today. Thanks,
yep.
guys. You're very welcome.
So technically, like I said, when the ballparks was just sent out, we'll give out free tickets as you exit the gate. Usually, at the major league level, they'll offer you the next available day based on ticket availability. In the major leagues, it's really hard to get a rain-out game, technically, to go attend a rain-out game.
Because what happened to us when we went to Oklahoma? Guys, this is before we had YouTube.
Okay, what happened was, when we took that baseball trip back in 2010, we successfully got to see the St. Louis Cardinals lose to the Milwaukee Brewers. Bad. We rubbed it into your dad. And then we went to Oklahoma City. We were approached some serious downpours. I mean, serious, severe weather downpours. Then when we got to Oklahoma City, it kind of stopped, but it was a lot of rain, torrential rains. I think it rained like we saw basically local street flooding and creek flooding.
Yes.
Time we got to Oklahoma City. Time we attended the game, I guess a small rain front went through, and because the diamond was so wet, but they forgot to tarp it, because it downpoured so hard, they forgot to tarp it up. Time they removed the tarp, and it started raining again, right, almost immediately, and they ended up canceling the game. We was inside the building where they did open up the stadium for the fans to come in. Yeah. And they just saw another rain shower just come right in, and boom, they decided to cancel the game. Grounds was just too soggy to play on.
Yes.
I guess it was an error in the field when they put the field in. They probably put new field. They probably redone the field since then, since that game that we went. But because we didn't pay cash, we paid by credit card at the time. We was able to get our money back, plus get our money back, but not the service fees. We was able to get the price of the ticket, but not the service fees. So I said, okay, I do that because just being inside that stadium, an opportunity to see what it looks like inside, was worth the ticket fees, technically in a way. But a lady next to us, oh man. When she heard word that we got a refund and she couldn't, because they asked her, what did you do, pay cash or credit card? I said, pay cash. I'm entitled to a refund. Every ticket in the minor league system, there says no cash refund. It says so on the ticket. It's the legal way out of it. There's no cash refund. They have to give you an alternative to another ticket. And the problem was, we were on vacation and we had no other day to fall back on.
No.
Because we were on limited time. It was now or never. And luckily we paid for our tickets to get our refund back. And we was able to get our refund minus the service fee. The lady next to us, she only lived like less than an hour away. I mean, she had opportunities to make up that game down the line, but we did not because we were just passing through for the one day and that was it. We were one and done. Either the game played or we couldn't watch any games there. But we was able to get a refund. Lady next to the window over threw a fit and all that stuff. Almost to a point they had to call security. Almost get her escorted out of the line because she got very vulgar. Let's say vulgar. We had a Karen on our hands, in other words. Hang on a second here. I'm going to do this real quick. We're going to do this. Okay, we're back. Just had to do this, guys. That's all.
Been rained out a few Lumber Kings games. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, we've been rained out many times in the past. We always got tickets. Always, even if it was, let's say, if it was in the 8th inning and the game's tied, we still get tickets for the next game. Technically, because they want us to come back to watch the completion of the next game. Usually, it's the very next day, or if it's the very next meeting, if it's in the same half season, technically in a way. So, one thing.
And then after the Oklahoma, we went to the Texas Rangers, where we had no problems there.
Yep.
Because we also did the Cowboys Stadium.
Yeah, we did the Houston. We did the Rangers game. We did the Rangers game, and we did the Frisco. At the time it was called Dr. Pepper Ballpark. Now I forgot what they call it now. It's under a new name, new naming rights, I guess.
You guys, when we went there, we got mobbed by a whole bunch of kids.
We got mobbed by a bunch of college kids that was taking photojournalists, and we were the only ones getting autographs, and we had like a thing of cards to get signed. And all of a sudden, there's all these summer college photographic journalists that goes around and take pictures for newspapers and all that. It was part of their summer classes that they were taking. I kind of looked at Angie and said, I didn't know I was getting treated like the President of the United States.
And then, you guys, that's when they had players, like, start saying autographs.
Yep.
And I knew who one of them was, and I'm like, oh, I think I need his autograph. And it was Bo Jones, and I needed his autograph, and he played here. He goes, one of the players goes, I didn't know. Oh, you're not from here, and I'm like, and I didn't say anything. He goes, nope, we know you're not.
Yeah.
And that was Emerson.
Yeah. So.
Guys, we got comped tickets for that game too.
Yeah, we got comp tickets for that game, and also we went to Houston Astros game when they were still in the National League. We went to Minute Maid Ballpark, which that's a unique ballpark in that.
Yeah.
Little reminds you of Fenway in left field.
Did you know what's different about that team now?
Yeah, they took out the hill.
No, did you know what else?
What else? I know they started winning like big time.
And
what else?
they have 2 female announcers in the booth.
Oh wow!
First time ever.
Wow. Okay. Cool. And that so.
Yep. We'll be at the Lumber King Games, guys, in 2 weeks.
And that so. What else is? And also we made the long drive. It was 14. It was supposed to be a 14-hour drive, but it ended up being 16-hour drive, and we arrived in the 5th inning because we were delayed by traffic, and we were trying to find a local bank. I used trying to take out a bank that would had reduced ATM fees.
You didn't find it?
Trying to find that bank, we didn't realize they closed it. We learned that they closed it, so we had to move on. I said, well, I'll just have to pay the ATM fees when I get to my next location, which I had to do. I didn't really want to, but I had to do it anyway. So that's when you travel. Always be aware of your finances. If you're going to be using another bank's ATM machine, just take out enough so it doesn't hurt with the fees and that. So
Best autograph you ever got?
Frank Thomas, Michael Oh wow, I could love to get Michael Jordan. What's your best autograph you got during the time you had no problem get? Come on, you admitted on somebody's video.
I forgot.
Plays for the Cardinals.
Albert.
Albert Pujols.
He's retired.
I know he retired.
Guys, yeah, I had no problems with Pujols.
Because he was the #1 draft pick for the St. Louis Cardinals. He could have been the jerk, but he did not He was not a jerk. He was pretty
All
cool.
I said to him, who are you? He goes, I'm Albert Pujols. I said, can I get your autograph? He goes, yes.
Yeah.
Guys, and there's nobody around him.
Yeah, and they're usually pretty cool, too. So, yeah, he was pretty cool. And we had a couple Lumber Kings that was pretty cool with autographs and all that stuff. So, I think the best...
And I got Kershaw.
And you got Kershaw, too. Clayton Kershaw in Chattanooga.
No.
Nope.
Here. Because that's the year we had the All-Star game.
Oh, okay.
Then we went to Chattanooga, and one of the guys goes, oh, I can leave you guys tickets for the next day. And he was with the Lookouts. I'm like, no, but we have to head back.
We had to head back in the morning. We had to head to Clinton the next morning because we got a game to attend back home. And he understood.
And I got a lot of father and son's autographs.
Yeah. Can you name most of them? And say the most unusual for last.
Okay, I got John Mayberry and his son.
Yep.
I got Wally Backman and his son.
Yeah. Chet Lemon.
Chet Lemon and his son.
And
Marcus Lemon.
Yep. And if
Oh, I got Backman's.
you got Backman, what
Oh,
about
I got Giraldi.
Girardi and his son?
Lucas.
Yeah. And the most unusual one? The most unusual one.
Oh, yeah. Shaver Hansen and his dad.
What's his dad's name?
I forgot.
Stan Delary Hansen, where Stan Delary Hansen is a pro wrestler, and his son was a Lumber King baseball player.
Because everybody goes, hey, you guys, everybody goes to Shaver. Is your dad coming? And everybody goes, I said to somebody, who's his dad? He goes, his dad is Stan Delary Hansen. So I called Chuck, like, have you ever done Stan Delary? Yeah, where's that? I said, it's Shaver's dad. He goes, oh my gosh.
So I ran home, I printed up a photo of Stan Delary Hansen, went down back to the ballpark, and got him to sign it. And I tell you what, he's a real nice guy. For being billed as the bad man for Borger, Texas, big nasty pro wrestler, rule breaker, getting suspended anywhere from every wrestling organization under the sun. He was a real nice guy and all that stuff. That was great in that. Sandberg, yeah, we got the Brandon Sandberg.
Oh, you guys,
ball.
I did get Sandberg.
We did get Sandberg
I got
signed
Sandberg when he was with the
when he was with the at the time the period Chiefs.
and I got Doug DeCenzo too.
And that, so.
Yes,
But
and we caught Matt Garza here.
yeah. And holy cow, it was great. And unfortunately, we didn't have YouTube back in, but yeah, Stan Hansen had a very nice wife. Regardless what you hear in this AWA promo, where he goes, I got a big fat wife and 9 kids at home to feed, and you're trying to take my for bogus suspension.
Guys,
Yeah.
and I got one a couple years ago, but Chuck wasn't at the game.
Yeah, hang on a second. Yeah, I'm going to mute you guys for a second. All right, we're back. Sinuses.
I got Jim Henry and John Henry.
Okay, that's the last one for father and son, but one was a general manager, mostly a management of baseball, and his actual son was a pitching coach for the Lumber Kings. What was it, last year?
2 years ago.
Should have got a picture together, but you didn't.
Should have got my picture with Albert. Pujols, but I didn't.
An asshole. Okay, pod won't be on very long today because that weather was kind of bad. We did not get. I mean, it looks okay out there right now, but just don't let that weather fool you. It is slightly raining out there, and why we're staying in today. Can't afford to get sick,
No.
but we gotta head out. We gotta go. We gotta get ready to leave for a dinner date later. So, let's see, right there. Yeah, guess we're more centered here. I'll tell you what, since this is late May, before we wrap up this live stream, I thought we will give out some base of what we do on our vacations, how we book it, and all that stuff. So let's say, for example, let's say if we're
Oh,
planning.
wait. I got one more father and son.
Okay, one more father son.
Gary Matthews Jr., you guys, and I got Gary Matthews Sr. in my Cubs hat.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's before I met you.
Yeah. Okay. This is why I like the internet. Mostly is it helps out. This is going to be summer booking ideas for the ones who wants book their vacations. If you're planning to go anywhere out on vacation, I think this is the minimum month you want to book to get the cheapest rates possible. So if you're planning to take vacation in July, you want to book now. Now.
Already have it booked.
You want to book your reservations, everything now, because as you get closer, they will get more expensive. I should have gave this advice a while ago, but if you're waiting like for us, we're not taking our vacation until November, so our latest booking date that we need to book is in June to get the cheapest rates that we're going to plan to spend on our vacation. In other words, when we save the most money because you book early. Also, if you're planning to eat at some restaurant that's pretty popular, you want to book your dinner reservations on top of that. Technically, in a way. So let's say, okay, let's say we're going to Vegas. This is what we do. We have to do by no later than mid-June. Is we have to book a hotel by June to get the cheapest rates possible. Any restaurants that allows us to make reservations, if we know we're going to eat there at a certain time and plan to eat there at a certain time, we book our reservations and always arrive to your reservations at least 30 minutes before your reservation time, so this way it allows you to find it. It really helped us out for the Bacchanal buffet because that was inside Caesar's Palace. We had to zigzag through a lot of casinos and all that stuff, trying to follow the signs to the Bacchanal buffet, and it was a train wreck to get there. But once we got there, we waited an extra. I think they got us through in 15 minutes before our reservation kicked in. So we was kind of seated about 15 minutes before our actual reservations took place. So by arriving early, announcing your presence there, and this way if someone canceled, boom.
It is 30 minutes?
For dinner reservations, no. You need at least, for dinner yeah, you want to be there 30 minutes before your reservation, especially at those busy places in Vegas. Reason is, gives you time to find it. And also, you got to plan your transportation well, too, because there's traffic everywhere. But you want to be in the vicinity of that casino within 30 minutes of your reservations. So basically, if we're across the street, I'll tell you where we're at. We was at the Links Promenade that afternoon, and well, actually early that evening, we was hanging around the Links Promenade about an hour before our dinner reservations kicked in, because we just got done riding the big Ferris wheel. Time we got done with riding the big Ferris wheel, because we had a VIP passes, so we skipped the line. We prepaid our ride, we skipped the lines, and we got through. So we had like an hour to kill So we were like hanging around the Lynx Promenade for about 30 minutes,
Sorry guys, I'm yawning.
knowing that Caesar's Palace is right across the street. But we just had to get to that stoplight. I just told Ace, let's just get to that stoplight. Let's get in on Caesar's Palace property. Time we get inside, it'll be 30 minutes to go. And we'll just have plenty of time to find the buffet area. It took us 15 minutes to find the place. I mean, we had to zigzag through casinos, shops, all that everything, and we found our buffet, and we got seated 15 minutes early. Technically, after we paid amounts, we were not in line for more than a few minutes before we got seated. By the time we got seated, technically we were about 15 minutes early. So technically, in a way, it's always arrived early.
There's people ahead of us that did not have reservations,
and they had to wait for them. Yeah. We bypassed them because we had reservations. So even if you have reservations, just plan to wait anyway. But yeah, you want to be in the vicinity of your dinner reservation, especially at your busiest restaurants, at least a minimum 30 minutes before your actual reservations. Because if you're not there, they'll just make you a no-show, and you're going to be on a waiting list. So to avoid being put on a waiting list, it's always arrive early. There's not just Vegas, but everywhere when you go make a reservations at a popular restaurant. If you're not there on time, there's a chance you're going to be put on a waiting list to get to your seat or table. So if you make your reservations, it's always best to arrive a little early and that. So that's just our little advice. Like I said, here's another advice I would say when you go to amusement parks. When you go to any of the big amusement parks, like say Cedar Fair parks or Six Flags parks, well right now they're combined as one. They both merged together last fall. So you go to any of the amusement parks, buy your tickets online because you're probably going to get them cheaper online. And then you will pay at the gate because reason they want you to pay online because they want you to save more money. Now, here's another tip. Find out if they have any all-day meal plans.
Take advantage of that.
Take advantage of those meal plans. If they offer a meal plan, take advantage of it because it will save you money in the long run because those meals inside those amusement parks, especially the Cedar Point chains, for half, even Six Flags, they're all expensive.
They are.
They are very expensive. They're taking advantage of people that does not take advantage of the all-day meal plan. But buy them online to get the biggest savings. If you buy them at the park, you're going to be paying you're going to pay a percentage more. I mean, almost like 40% more.
And we took advantage of the plastic cups also.
And take advantage of the all-day free refills on your cups on your day one. On day 2, day 3, it's usually a $1 refill or a $5 refill for the rest of the season, depending on how much they charge for it. But take advantage. Actually, it's better you take advantage of the all-day free refills because you can refill them every 15 minutes on those drinks, on those soft drinks. Yeah, you'd be sugared up really fast. But
I was.
Yeah, you was. But yeah, take advantage of those. Those deals because it will save you money in the long run. Hotels always best is book early. Book early as early as possible to get the cheapest rates. Because as you get closer to those dates, there'll be like events that they probably forgot that is coming, like let's say a fair, a festival, a music festival that's nearby, and hotels start to snag up for those events. You want to snag your room as early as possible to get the cheapest rates possible. Just be prepared to travel from your hotel to wherever you're going. I think our furthest way hotel that we spent at 2 hotels on last year's vacation. We spent 3-4 days at a Motel 6. I wanted to stay at Motel Super 8, but their rates were so high. I decided let's look at Motel 6, and we saved for about half the cost. And it just kept us, internet was slow at best. I remember saying that on last year's edited videos. It was slow at best, but it did serve its purpose. It gave us a nice, comfortable bed to sleep on every night. We was in Chicago, and it was like a 30, 40-minute drive from the hotel to Great America. But I think the day we went to Great America, we went from home directly to the park.
We did.
And after the park, we drove, and that's when we checked into our hotel.
We did do that.
We did do that, but then a couple of days in Chicago.
Because we got to see Patrick.
Yeah, we got to see Patrick, and we took off the next day, and all that. So we had like 2 nights stay in Chicago, and we got a good rate on that. Then our next hotel was another Motel 6. It was in Dayton, Ohio. The long way around would have been over an hour drive, but then people was saying there was a shortcut. It saved us at least a 40-minute drive. By using that shortcut, it saved us 40 minutes. So we got from Dayton, Ohio to Kings Island, and it only took us a whopping 25 to 30 minutes. We saved about 40 minutes of drive time, because otherwise you had to go all the way down to Cincinnati, go around one of those bypasses, then you got to come back all the way up. So we had to take a couple of state highways. We was not on the interstate very long. We took a couple of state highways, then started heading south. Before you know it, we were already in Mason, Ohio, because people went down to Cincinnati. I heard people said it's faster, it's safer by going all the way down to Cincinnati. That is a lie. We took the state highways, it's local roads, to Kings Island. We basically followed the traffic, and almost 90% of that traffic went right to Kings Island.
They all did.
They all did. 90%, because some did turn off before we got there, because they lived there. Or they lived there, or they were going to work, and that, because there was companies along the way. So about 10% of them was turning off.
And we stayed at the campground.
Then we stayed at the campground. That one I was kind of disappointed, because they took away our ability to have a tent camping. When I booked that campground, they only had 4 tent sites, and they were all sold out. And I said, this is the very same campground that I had passed in our past videos. Back in 2016, it had a lot of tent camping. It had the most tent camping of anywhere. Well, I guess tent camping must be a crime in some cities, because they had no tent camping. They all went RVs or cabins, or even some form of a tiny house. That's what propped that video. It was towards the end of that video where I pointed out, see, that's a tiny house. Now you want to see a real tiny house? Look at this. That was a tiny house when we stayed at. That was $90 a night, and we had to walk about 100 yards plus to go to a bathroom and take a shower. That is not fun. Especially when you gotta go to the bathroom bad. At least it gave us a nice comfortable bed, somewhat a halfway decent air conditioning, and the internet sucked. I couldn't upload.
You couldn't?
I could not upload nothing. I was lucky enough to even watch a YouTube video. But I could not upload anything. So I had to make some announcements to channel members, saying that we can't upload. We're going to wait till we get home to upload everything. So could it happen again this November? It could.
You just never know.
Can it? Oh, if you want a good getaway in our area, I recommend, and we've done this on our videos, book a 2-day riverboat ride on the Twilight.
It started today.
It started today as we're going live right now. It actually started for the season today. We took that boat ride in 2020 during the middle of the pandemic, because they did open up a lot of stuff, and since since the Twilight is mostly an Iowa-owned, Iowa business attraction, they were allowed to open up to the public, while Illinois-based businesses were still closed due to the pandemic. Iowa took advantage of the situation and they cashed in big time. A lot of attractions were packed during the COVID year of 2020, and that's when the shots was just starting to come out and vaccinations were starting coming out, and so businesses were starting to open up more and more and more. So we took advantage of a Twilight Riverboat ride that left from LeClaire, Iowa, came through our area, and went up to Dubuque. And it was a great ride going up, nice weather, but coming home, we had some heavy rains, crappy weather. But here's the advantage of it would sound expensive at the time for both of us. It was like $840 for a two-day boat ride, one night's accommodation, but it includes all meals going up and back, including snacks. The only upcharges that we had to deal with was we bought a soda cup, souvenir cup. They said you can get free refills on your trip up and trip back. For $10, they said that's worth the money. So we took care of that. Also, we found out that their alcohol drinks was basically reasonable price, except for your daiquiri. It was expensive.
Remember, we won one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You won one for most. Yeah, we won a mystery prize. We won a mystery prize on the way back for most social internet postings.
On Facebook.
We won most posts on Facebook. It was a mystery prize, so they just gave us a free alcoholic drink for Angie and one for me. I had my Miller Lite. She had her daiquiri. She had her daiquiri. Would have cost her $8.
I only had one of those.
Yeah, because it was free.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have cost you $8 at the time. And I think we actually kept the card too. Because it had our last names on it. It showed you the menu going up and back.
I know where it is.
Where is it?
It's in one of those drawers.
Well, we ain't gonna have time to go get it then. So, but yeah. So that was great right there. I tell you can go get in that drawer, get it out very carefully. I made a magazine. Can you go find it real quick?
I don't know where that is either.
It's in that drawer. Wrong drawer, isn't it?
Check it here. It's here.
You moved it there? Don't tear it.
I'll check it, me and Jimmy. Angie's right.
Okay, bring it over. I'll find it. You guys familiar with the old World Wrestling Federation magazine? Get it at your newsstand today, because you ain't going to find one today because they don't make these no more. But this was called the World Wrestling Federation magazine. It was a WWE magazine. And yours truly, me, is in this magazine. So, we'll find that photo real quick.
Jimmy.
Okay, here's that menu Angie was talking about. See, that's that Twilight menu. It shows you the menu. And of course, that's the drink prices on one side and the menu we were having on the days we were there. And other stuff, too, and the rules. Okay, back to this magazine. Okay, where's that one page? Because this is a pretty old magazine, so we don't want to...
Jack, my daiquiri was only $8.
I said it was $8.
And the pop was $1, but...
But we had free refills.
Yeah, $10.
$10 free refills all day for a 2 days trip. So I just gotta find this one page right here. Okay, here it is. Okay, here it is, guys. Get ready for a shock of your life. See this photo right here? See this photo right there? Look who's back there in wearing the Malice jersey. It's me, yours truly. Back in 2001. That was back in October 2001 at a SmackDown taping. That place was packed and was loud. Oh, by the way, that's Stacy Keibler right there. So, yeah, yours truly is in this magazine. So if you see this on collectors, it's just a technical issue, Angie. Don't worry about it. Since we get into technical notification, Angie gotta read it. I keep telling her we get that all the time. But yeah, if you find this magazine anywhere, pick it up because it will be a collector's item. Because yours truly is featured in this magazine. Right.
The title that says the Dudley Boys mouth off the fans are losers. On the front, they're like,
here.
Oh, Lordy.
Okay, this is when the Dudley Boys were heels. That's the headline right there.
Which I had my picture taken with, but not in a magazine.
The Dudley Boys. Well, right there it is. That's my claim to fame right there. Stacy Keibler and yours truly from the Angie and Chuck show. But we did not, YouTube was not even a thing back in 2001. YouTube started in 2006. But that's my claim to fame right there. So I'm now famous on that. So that deserves a hearty give this video a thumbs up, guys. How's that sound? Hey, Lynn, how's up? I was just showing this magazine.
Excuse me.
What? Oh, Angie and her Dudley Boys. See Angie with long hair? Yeah, long and frizzy. But yeah, I was in this magazine, Lynn. If you just missed out, I'll go back to the photo. There's my claim to fame right there. Stacy Keibler and yours truly right here. This was taken down at the Moline Civic Center. It was called the Mark of the Quad Cities. Now it's called Vibrant Arena at the Mark. But that's my claim to fame right there. In a WWF magazine. Find it in newsstands.
I know I talked to him.
Which you will never find in the newsstands anywhere because they don't make these no more.
Chuck?
You might find it as a collector's item someplace.
Chuck?
Yeah?
Lynn's team beat the Cubs last night.
Uh-oh. Cubs lost last night, huh?
They lost to Atlanta.
Oh, no.
And Lynn is a Braves fan, so...
Yep. So,
Lynn, I have my doctor's appointment next week.
yeah. Like I said, what else goes on in today?
I just saw... Is that a collector?
I just saw that.
Is that a collection?
I used to have 2 magazines of this. For some reason, I'm down to 1.
The other one is somewhere else.
The other one is someplace else?
I kept both.
Okay. So I know I bought 2 magazines, and we're supposed to keep both of them. But it started seeing some wear.
Yes! Hooray!
But yeah, that was a good... reason that I came about that photo was... I saw a photographer on the outside of the ring kind of out of position, and they probably got in trouble for taking that kind of shot because they keep that's the time they used to have photographers around ringside for that era. It was the Attitude Era, towards the end of an Attitude Era, and that. So they were starting to get into what they call the Ruthless Aggression Era. They were going from an Attitude Era to Ruthless Aggression Era. And
thanks, Lynn. I'll let you guys know next week.
So technically, I saw a guy taking a picture. I just stood up, make my dumb pose, sat down, and Angie wanted to know what was that all about. I said, I just mumbled something. If I make a magazine, I make a magazine. If I don't, I don't. Then we got talking about it on the way home from the event, from the pro wrestling event, because we were second row ringside for SmackDown. Actually, you might see that episode on Peacock. through the WWE through the
It is.
WWE network.
Chuck, it is.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta go to October 2001 SmackDown
Yeah,
on
we're
Peacock.
also on it when Edge comes out.
Yep, we got because we were second row ringside. You might see us. You might see Angie wearing a floppy hat, one of those fishing type hats,
Nope.
which we still have someplace. It was Chicago Wolves floppy hat.
Chuck, because I wore my Wolves
Jersey?
sweatshirt,
Yeah.
jersey, and remember, Billy Kidman pointed out the jersey.
Yeah. Excuse me for a second.
Thanks, Lou.
But yeah, it's a. So that was a fun event we went to, and that. So yeah, we were like second row ringside, and that episode is on the Peak. If you got Peacock Network, just go to WWE and just scroll down SmackDown TV. Go back to. They should be able to go back to October of 2001, and watch the whole episode. Because we'll make some handheld shots along the way.
Chuck, I also watched it when I had.
Because our backs was to the hard cam. Because we was on the hard cam side, so our backs was to what they call the hard cam. See, when you're watching this, the position of you're watching this right now. It's called a hard cam shot. So it's, in other words, it's on a tripod. It very rarely moves. It'll just go back and forth like normal, but it's just set up in one position. While all the handhelds are walking around the ring, and that's what they call a soft camera shot, technically. So, why we're wearing Iowa shirts? Caitlin Clark's playing tonight.
Yeah, Lynn.
We don't own Indiana Fever stuff, so just to remind people that Caitlin Clark's playing tonight, and she's
from Iowa.
She graduated from Iowa, from University of Iowa. Oh, by the way, did you hear the shocking news yesterday? I forgot to mention on yesterday's live stream. The Iowa women's head coach, Lisa Bluder, retired.
We did that.
We did that? Yeah. So anybody who missed that live stream last night, just let you guys know, Iowa. And Jan Jensen is now the new Iowa coach. That was Lisa Bluder's assistant all these years. Now she is the head coach. She deserves that job and that. So her recruiting was a little bit different because she likes post players. So she'll more recruit in the post positions type play. That means down the front lines that you usually your center and your forwards. Why the other coaches will recruit your point guard and shooting guard, or another coach will just go all the players in general, technically in a way. But
I have to check my.
But there's been rumors flying that possibility if let's say the Indiana coach. Christy Sides doesn't really coach Caitlin that well. Maybe want to hold her back, and decided to not play her as much. End up losing more games. There's rumors that Lisa Bluder could come out of retirement and coach the Indiana Fever. That could be a possibility, but then that's taking a pay cut too. So. If I was Lisa Bluder, I would not take that job. It's like a pay cut. Because in Iowa, you were making millions of dollars. In WNBA, you're just getting chunk change. And at the WNBA games are, the one with involving Caitlin Clark is sold out. All the other teams nowhere near sellouts. I think Vegas will be the only one that can be close to a sellout. But then they're playing in a 12,000 seat building. But when Caitlin Clark comes to town, that game's got moved to T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. And that's a 20,000 seater. And also the Washington Mystics moved from their 4,000 seat arena to the 20,000 seat arena where the Washington Wizards play. Also the Capitals of the NHL play there too.
Plus. Was there any team in California?
Yes. Yeah, the Sparks mentioned they're playing in the larger arena instead of the smaller venue that they normally play in. They're playing in the larger building too. So they said tonight's game which is only at like a 9,000 seat arena, been sold out. Resale ticket prices is going as high as $22,000 courtside. That's a lot of money. But their average ticket price for the whole game was over $500 average. More. That was the average ticket price. The cheapest ticket to see Caitlin Clark in person at some of these arenas, you're looking at $100. $100. Those very same seats usually sells for $17. Figure that out. She is money. She's going to make money for a lot of teams. And not just for the Indiana Fever. She's going to make a lot of money for a lot of teams. And these crybabies of the WNBA, they better ready to cash in. Some bigger checks are coming your way. And all you got to do is thank Caitlin Clark being humble. People, fans, levitate to humble players. Players who are humble and just loves the game. Not the politics of the game, but actually loves to play the game where it should be. Fans levitate to that. And being polite, being some other things also on top of that. Just fans levitates to us. She's going to be a fan. If you watch past videos on YouTube, every fan from white, black, Hispanic, whoever, Indians, whatever race you're from, you're going to levitate to Caitlin Clark regardless, because her ability to acknowledge her fan base, and she likes her fan base. She doesn't care if you boo her out of the building. She'll just say,
I have to go.
okay, you have to go. Okay, stay safe, Lynn.
We've been on for an hour already.
Yeah, and I think we'll already wrap it up too, because we got to get ready to go to our watering hole.
I have to get my good mornings caught up.
We got to get her good mornings caught up. I got to do some things over on YouTube. I've already done it today. If you're a channel member, you notice I went back and changed some vlog numbers today. I found out I was going to have, later in the week, I was going to have two video vlogs of 2902.
His fault!
So I had to go back.
His fault!
So I had to go back and change it.
Then he gooped up.
I gooped. Well, she's not a channel member. He's not a channel. Lynn's not a channel member.
But you never know. He could win one. You never know.
Yeah, but for the channel members probably saw I went in and edited some out. So if you're a channel member watching this, I went in and changed some numbers because I would have had two videos with vlog number 2902, and I had to change them quick. I had to change it all the way up. I did one last night. That's why Angie said 2907. You didn't make 2907 because I had changed it from 2906 to 2907. That'd be the upcoming video where we made another cooking video, which is coming up. Channel members know what this cooking video is all about. She's seen it, and she loved it because she started it almost, I think.
No.
I know. All right, we're going to get out of here. We're going to make this short tonight, today, whatever you watch this. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Help us to get to 2,000 subscribers. Check out our older content. If you like, on our short videos, if you want to watch another video of ours, watch our older content, you guys can do that. It's all there. Almost 8 years. Check our community tab. I almost want to cancel this live stream today, but I decided, nope, let's just stay home and do it this way.
Guys, no live stream next to the 27th.
There'll be
28th.
There'll be no live stream on the 28th?
28th.
No, yeah, the 28th. No, I can go live at the ballpark.
Have fun. I'll get some of the autographs.
Okay, I can go live at the ballpark. I can still go live at the
Because I
ballpark.
missed a lot of them 90 on the...
I just gotta go handheld, but I'll go live at the ballpark and that. So, yep. So, make sure you guys check the community tab on Facebook. Always smash that like button if you really enjoy this.
Subscribe.
Smash that like button and all that stuff. And we'll see what we do for a video. I will be filming our reaction video to Caitlin Clark tonight for the channel members. That'll be up tomorrow morning. Everybody else will be up next week. I think it's be time you want to consider become a channel member. It'll help financially support the channel in a way. Because ad revenues here on YouTube have really been sucking down this year. I guess Bidenomics they called it. Which is not good.
I have to get over
And that, yeah, please like, share, subscribe, don't forget to subscribe on the notification bell. Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll catch you on the edited video at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's later today. Check out our adventures of our edited videos, all right? Also, check out our backlog of videos, too, because you might miss something good back then. All right? We'll see you guys later.
Bye.